It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Brock Purdy. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ray McCloud to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey to the 43, second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 12 carries, 69 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Play action. Now Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us and their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. Now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Jones. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Calling that a very strong gain of 24. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So this city, Columbus, Ohio, they've got the hockey team, soccer team, minor league baseball is here. Of course, Ohio State is the behemoth. They've got an NFL franchise to call their own now, though. And these folks, I'll tell you, they could not be happier. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. A strong running. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Look, we talk about second effort all the time, but in short yardage situations, you'd better have second effort in order to try and pick up a first down. And sometimes as a back, you have to be your own blocker too, don't you?
And we talk about running lanes. He made his own running lane right there with that power move. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This is 3rd and goal, and this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Dragons have retaken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing, Jones. And that's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Back to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down. Jones throw on target to Shepard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback. Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive. But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game? Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football. We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A 2nd down throw for Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across
past the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the move to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. This is 2nd and 8. Purdy now to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
Touchdown!
Brandon Ayuk.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Jones.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. From the 44, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that one complete to Hodgins.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Catch made here by Campbell.
And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
Campbell was finally on field for a full season last year, and he had more catches, yards, and touchdowns than his first 3 injury-plagued seasons combined. The Giants expect that there's even more untapped potential there, and he gets them a first down with that catch.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second and 5. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to be out of bounds right at
midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now on first down, it's Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that's complete to Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Jones going to get this one complete to Saquon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Gano's kick is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Well, now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they rattle off a big one. 61 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back now in Columbus, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. Here's McCloud from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, It may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Barkley, inside handoff. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jones now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Hodgins in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Able to slither by. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Fight. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 27-20, 2:22 on the clock. Deuces Wild. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jarrad Davis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Purdy now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Flushed out right. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, just have to think, in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Campbell making the catch. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, no, he lost the football. was trying to do anything he could. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. 2 for 2 tonight. This will be for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Purdy with one final shot here. Flush to his right. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone.